Tabletop Tavern Campaign 2, Season 1, Episode 11, maybe. My name is
11.
Jenny. I will be your dungeon master now and forever. I'm going to allow my beautiful, wonderful, talented players to introduce themselves, starting with the fabulous, the unspeakably lovely, the actually in my house, which is crazy, Stacy.
Hi, Hi, my name is Stacy. I will be using she/her pronouns, and I will be playing Rosalie Motley today.
Hey there, I'm Pippin. I use they, them, and I'm playing Vesper Thornquill.
Hi, I'm Cam. I also use they, them, and I will be playing Essie Hepburn.
Hello, I'm Victoria or Vic. I don't know why I just said my full name. I use she/her pronouns, and I play Fleur Pharaoh.
Hi, I'm Doe, she, her, and I play Ian Pharaoh.
I also use she, her pronouns. I just constantly forget to tell people in the introduction because it doesn't feel like I'm introducing myself. It feels like I am introducing the Tabletop Tavern, which you are watching. Last episode on the Tabletop Tavern, our heroes, such as they are, returned home for the Harvest Festival break. Everyone reunited with their families, with the exception of Essie, who chose to spend the holiday with Rosalie and the Motleys. Everyone had a lovely time. Rosalie and Essie got some good bonding time in. Essie witnessed a different family dynamic than they were used to. Vesper got the chance to see both their moms and their dad for once, which was a very wonderful experience for them. And the Pharaoh kids went home to their overbearing mother and emotionally removed father, where they both found out quite a bit of information about Ian. We pick up after the Harvest Festival break. Academics are really in gear now, especially for those of you who have not yet passed their midterms. You all return to the dorms, get settled in, get some studying done, and time seems to pass very quickly as you look up and realize that there are only about 8 or 9 days left until your final exams of your first semester of undergrad. That is where we pick up on a cold, wintry Saturday morning. The wind outside howls. Fleur, lacrosse practice has been moved indoors and is still happening, though with less frequency, as it is technically the off season. The rest of you are all sort of busying yourself with your own extracurriculars, though really, right about now, the most important thing to all of you is studying. The sun rises bright and early, first thing in the morning, and we are going to pick up with... One of you roll a d4. I don't actually have the page open right now.
Yep. 3.
4.
Okay, we're going to pick up with Vesper and Ian. Vesper, Ian, it is a cold, crisp morning. It is, in fact, dead week. There are only just over a week left of classes before finals, so you are kind of given this allotment to study instead of worrying about attending classes. What are you doing? Is there anything you want to talk about with each other since break, etc., etc.?
I think Ian is going to begrudgingly wake up early because he's not a morning person, but considering it's dead week and considering the grades he made on his midterms, he's probably got a little bit of a schedule going here. So he's probably getting dressed and trying to see if Vesper is up, which I imagine Vesper probably already is. He's going to kind of just stretch and like feed Aspen and all that good stuff and just be like, morning, Ves. What are your plans for today?
Vesper is literally like sitting at their desk and he's just writing out his like, this is what I'm going to do today. And first thing on it is probably like go to the library. And considering what they do know about Ian's academics, they are going to offer, is there anything you need help with? Because I'm feeling pretty okay, you know?
I mean, I probably need help with all of it, truthfully, but I think right now it's just trying to get my ranger courses like down pat and make sure I'm fully ready for that. And then I've been trying to train Aspen even more using dried meats per Harry's suggestion, so that he's ready for his course of the ranger exam. but I probably could use some help studying textbooks because that's where
That I can do. Like you just see their face like sort of freeze as as Ian keeps like going through his list of things he'd like to do. And it's just like, I can't help with that. I can't help with that. I don't know. Okay, I can do textbooks. I can do that for you.
Are you going to the library or to the cafe or?
Yeah, the library first, just to check a couple of books out, and then we can go wherever you'd like if the library isn't really your thing.
Definitely not my thing. Way too quiet, very creepy. Like someone drops a pencil and it echoes throughout the entire library for some reason. I hate that.
Then I'm sure we can find a different sort of study hall, and that'll be fine.
Cool. I'm also kind of debating going to one of those adoption support group meetings.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you know when they are?
I think I need to go check, or can I find my brochure and see when they are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my DM. I'm going to go walk over to my desk and open a drawer that I imagine is Ian's junk drawer and hopefully find that brochure.
Let's have your roll an investigation check.
Okay.
It's a DC 15.
Oh God, nope, that was a 10.
You cannot for the life of you locate this pamphlet.
Do you need help finding it?
You think it's online? Can I use your laptop real quick?
Probably, yeah. Sure, go ahead.
Ian's gonna
as he's looking for it online, can I go look in it like in the junk drawer?
Roll an investigation check.
Sure.
I want you guys to know that Ian is taking a computer literacy course if you haven't figured that out yet.
22.
Vesper, Ian goes on, logs into your computer, begins to type in like whatever the search term is, and in that amount of time, you open the desk drawer, kind of flick through it a little bit. There's a lot of random crap in here. There's some like loose dog treats. There's approximately 12 loose condoms that you do remember Ian shoving into his pocket. It doesn't look like he's used any of them. But underneath that is all of the pamphlets that he grabbed. And you just flip through, find the pamphlet for the adoption support group, and find out that they meet twice a month on Sundays.
Great. I turned back and I don't say anything, but as he's like typing away, trying to find it, I just slide it back in front of him.
Oh, nice. How'd you find this? And he flips it open and sees that it's Sundays. And today was Saturday, correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to kind of like tuck it into his jacket and be like, all right, well, maybe I'll go tomorrow. But I'm down to go to the library. You want to see if anybody else is up?
Sure. Yeah. We can
So, as all this is happening, Rosalie and Essie. Essie's radio alarm clock goes off and plays the beginning of few notes of a pop cover of a musical song, because Essie always has their radio tuned to 107 a.m. musical station for theater nerds. It begins to play. You both wake up.
Good morning, Freyland.
Exactly. As that plays loudly, Macbeth wakes up and immediately jumps on your chest, Essie, and begins to lick your face. Straw, meanwhile, buries deeper underneath the covers next to you, Rosalie.
All right. Rosalie's not a morning person either, but I kind of want this to be like a training montage. So Rosalie will and no, she wouldn't like pull off the sheets.
Essie pulls the sheets off of Rosalie. Because Essie is a morning person.
And Rosalie has a textbook under the sheets and starts quizzing Essie on spell practicum. What's Essie? Okay, what's the first steps in what's the first number one rule in spell casting?
Know your components.
Know your components. Good. And oh God, do you think we're gonna do okay?
I have absolutely no idea, but I have a feeling we'd do better if we had some pump up music.
Okay.
Essie's gonna put on the theme from Stocky.
Okay.
But
Oh my God.
you know. And
For use, there's a law. So you guys have your montage moment. There's a lot of like flipping open textbooks, passing the textbooks back and forth between each other, chewing on the ends of pens, going to highlight random things in your book as Macbeth and Strahd kind of chase each other around the room. At one point, one of you is standing on top of the other's desk, holding the book up as if they're reading from it dramatically, as the other one dances around pretending to be some kind of creature that you are casting a spell at. And after about an hour of this, you realize that neither of you have done much studying at all.
Oh my gosh. Essie, I think we're gonna need some professional help.
I think we're bad at this.
And Rosalie will start to tear up a little bit.
It's okay, we can ask Vesper. Don't cry, you're gonna make me cry.
It's okay. We got finals. They're only Rosalie's gonna walk over to the calendar. A week away.
Can I have you roll a quick insight check, Essie, as Rosalie says the date?
I got an 18.
This will be Essie's insight check.
Oh my
23.
God.
Okay, Essie, Rosalie says the date, and it hits you that today's a week before finals. 8 days, in fact. Today is Carla's fourth birthday.
How far away is my dad's place?
Your dad lives in the Upper Heights, which is about an hour's drive away. As you ponder this, we cut across the hall into a room that is only half full. One side of this room still remains incredibly empty, though its sole occupant would typically expand to fill the space that she is given, being a loud girl unafraid of taking up space. Fleur, it hasn't felt quite right to put anything on Cammie's side of the room. So you wake up in an empty dorm room to your own radio alarm clock that instead just plays the top 40 hits. Mm-hmm. As a radio announcer greets everyone and says, "Hey there, everybody, this is DJ Lionheart bringing you the top 40 from NTV. Breaking it down now is Brittany Longbow with Crit Me Baby One More Time."
Crit me,
that's
baby,
good.
one more.
Wait, is MTV Magic TV?
No, NTV.
Oh, NTV. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Necromancy TV.
That is exactly what it stands for.
I would like to put forth an out of character vote. If we write the lyrics to Crit Me Baby One More Time, I will sing it and record it.
I'm putting that in my notes.
For that?
I just want everyone to know that.
If Vic delivers, I will give you inspiration.
Don't be
Put your writing
surprised.
skills to use, Pip. Put your writing skills to use.
I have a 3-day weekend and a love for remixes.
Fuck yeah, I'm so ready for this. So Fleur wakes up and the reason why she hasn't felt like filling her space is because what if Cammie comes back? And every time she wakes up in an empty room, she's reminded that Cammie isn't there. And then she's reminded of what her dad said, that Ian was safe as long as Cammie was gone. And then she's reminded that her dad didn't say that Cammie wasn't going to come back or that Ian wouldn't be safe when Cammie came back. So like every morning she wakes up and she's got like an extra layer of stress, just so much stress. And she gets dressed like immediately and texts everyone and is like, breakfast? Period. No, exclamation point. Meet you there. Not a question. It's breakfast.
So you text everyone in your rooms. You get this text message from Fleur. Essie, it comes to your phone right as you realize that today is Carla's 4th birthday.
Hey, Rosalie.
Yeah, Essie?
Do you feel like going on a girls' trip?
Before finals?
Consider the following.
Okay.
It is 8 days before finals. We are high levels of stress.
Yes.
If we get serotonin in our brains, perhaps from a 4-year-old's birthday party, then
4-year-old's birthday.
we could be less stressed and do better. And also there's that whole thing with like my sister's friends with Faye, and I just kind of want to see what that's about, considering Cammy was her nanny.
You know, Essie, I don't know how else to respond to this, but I do love escapism. So,
Don't we all?
do we need oh, I know the perfect birthday present for a Fae loving 4-year-old. And Rosalie's gonna look in her bags for the 3 fairy tale books that Essie and her were reading.
That's exactly what I was hoping for to give her.
Do you want to wrap these with me?
Yes, I would love to. Essie's gonna put
I think
the most.
I think Fleur might have pretty ribbons and the bedazzler.
Bedazzler.
If okay, should we?
Already on the way.
Fleur, as you go to open your door to go to breakfast, you open it and Cammy and Rosalie are there about to like pound on your door.
Oh, Essie and Rosalie.
Oh yeah, sorry, Essie
You're
and
getting
Rosalie.
me, Cam, mixed up with Cam.
Her name is Camila, and that is not Cam's name. I don't know why this is so hard for me.
Goes, you got my text.
Yeah,
More.
but you're good at making things pretty.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What do you need? What's up?
We need these to be pretty.
And Fleur looks at them and is like, are those elven fairy tale books?
Yeah.
Well,
He
Sylvan,
snatches them out of your hand.
Be careful. Some of them are a little old.
Have you read them?
Oh yeah,
Come in.
that one's my favorite. And
Come in.
she's
Come
gonna...
in. Come in.
Okay.
How do I explain this? First of all, why do you have these? What are these for? Why am I here?
Well, they're
Well,
for
I know
my,
why I'm here. This is my room.
Well, they're for my little sister. It's her 4th birthday today, and you know, Cammy was her nanny.
Right. Are you going there?
Well, I actually wanted to ask you if you wanted.
Can I drive you? I would
Yes.
love to actually talk to someone who knew Cammy. But
course.
also, this is my question about these books, low-key about Cammy. So there's some stuff that I can't say because of stuff. I can't say why I can't say it.
I get you.
But I just can't say it.
Okay, like a promise and a secret. Yeah.
Or a red herring, yeah.
Yeah. Essie, I don't know if that's the right terminology for that, but I don't know either.
I feel like it is, so
Probably.
it probably is.
Yeah, that's true. So
You can't tell us.
I think there might be some information about what happened to Cammy and Ian in these books.
Why?
Children's books?
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't the whole point of fairy tales is that they're rooted in truth from the past?
But they're so old.
No, but
Could I
she's
actually? Can I actually roll a history check to know maybe when they were about written?
Yeah, absolutely.
22.
These stories are very, very old. They weren't so much written as they were originally verbally passed down through oral tradition and then eventually written down. From what you understand, the Fae have existed for ever. They are the first living creatures to interact with the material plane, as far as you know. And so in that manner, any of their stories predate the knowledge of material creatures.
Okay. But these these stories have existed way before Ian has. I mean, I know Ian is maybe an elf. Rosalie looks at Essie, but
I
I don't know what Ian is, and I
Chekhov's
don't know what
gun.
Cammy is, but and I learned this a while ago, so I think I'm allowed to tell you. Ian and Cammy had the same birthmark, and it changed.
Where was the birthmark?
The cute one on his chest.
And Fleur just looks at Rosalie.
The one that looks like a little flower.
Doesn't always look like a flower. Great memory.
Yeah.
What do you mean it doesn't always look like a flower?
It changes. It's sometimes it looks like fallen leaves. Sometimes it looks like a flower.
Can I roll a history check to see if there's in the times that me and Rosalie read those fairy tales, or perhaps fairy tales from when I was younger, if I know anything about something like that?
You can roll an insight check.
An insight.
Fleur's also reading the titles, and do any of the titles of the three
Do you
books
speak
jump out at her?
Sylvan?
No.
These are in Sylvan.
Fleur's not reading shit
Can
then.
Ian text Fleur back and say, breakfast where? Question mark, question mark. I'm tired of their omelets at the cafeteria. Period. Exclamation point. I'm coming down.
Fleur texts back immediately, get to my room, you ass. Sends it.
I tell Ian to add that I say it's too loud for studying.
Ian
And
texts
then
back,
bring Vesper too.
Vest says too loud to study. Send. Library too quiet to study. Send. Maybe eclipse?
In the middle, Fleur, in the middle
Is
of
this-
those texts, stop texting me, come to my room.
It just sends back like a long chain of ellipses.
Fleur throws her phone on the bed because she's annoyed at all the vibrating.
Essie, what was your insight check for?
13.
What was it for?
It was for specifically Ian's birthmark. If I remember anything about changing birthmarks, perhaps changing with the seasons?
You can roll with advantage because you have if you have Macbeth with you, Macbeth can give you the help action.
Oh, I do have Macbeth with me, and then I got the exact same roll.
You got a 13.
I got 2 13s.
All right. On a 13, you're not pulling up anything from non-fiction for sure, and the fairy tales didn't really go into that much other than you know that the Fae Plane is very much tied to the seasons and also to high frequency emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, what you immediately flash to is every night over break, you and Rosalie stayed up late with a flashlight. And then after the flashlight died with a light cantrip from Rosalie, giggling as you read your new book series. In the third book of the series, which are sort of loosely connected in that they all take place in the same world but follow different couples throughout it, the male character was something called, you can't remember the name, something that had to do with touching. It seemed a little bit too horny for you, but he did have a strange connection to the seasons that mirrored that of the Eladrin. But he seemed much more powerful. He was very much like a fae creature through and through, not so much an Eladrin elf. Something touching, you can't quite remember.
Do I have that book series with me?
The
The sexy book series that
I have to imagine Rosalie does. If
Okay.
either of you have it, it would probably be Rosalie.
yeah.
No books
Was
left
it-
behind.
This is just a question. Was it Fairy Fire, or are you talking about the other one, the Legend of the Fae Touched?
Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire. Okay.
But you might have just put together a clue. I can't tell you.
Maybe we should look at this one because I remember something from Fairy Fire. You remember that Rosalie? You might the touch.
I'm gonna be real with you. I can't read any of these.
Oh, here, I'll just give a quick summary. This one was it? You said, Essie?
Yeah, the Fae
And-
touched.
Yeah, the Legend of the Fae Touched. And Rosalie's gonna flip open to I don't know, I'm just imagining it has very clip arty illustrations while she's kind of gonna give Fleur visuals While she's
So
going to
there's
summarize it.
actually like beautiful illuminated illustrations in this. They look to be reproductions of an original one, but they are very.
Should I roll to recount what this fairy tale's about?
You read Sylvan, correct?
Yes.
If you are fluent in Sylvan, it does not require a roll.
Okay. But what is the Legend of the Fae Touched about?
The Legend of the Fae Touched first begins when the Fae discover the material plane. A hole opens up in their world and reveals a land much darker, much sadder, much more empty, nothing but rolling hills and dark, stormy seas. The Fae then send their strongest warriors, the elves, to inhabit this land, to populate it, and to recreate it in the Feywild's imagery. But as they send them, the door closes, and half the elves are left behind, the other half stranded outside. Eventually, the doors between the planes begin to open again, and the Fae send some of their children to speak to the elves. The elves, however, push away their Fae ancestry and reject the Sylvanic ways, instead choosing to worship gods of the material plane and exist there. They refuse to come home. And so, the queens of the summer and winter courts tied together the material and the Fae planes with the birth of the first Fae-touched children. These children were two of a kind. One of the elves and one of the humans, though neither were what they seemed. Both were in fact pure Fae, descended directly from the arch-Fae of the plane itself. These children's role was twofold. The elf child, to be gifted to the Fae plane, was to be sent to the material plane and then taken away at a time when would cause the most chaos. The human child was to be raised on the material plane and thrown to the plane of the Fae in order to disrupt the material plane. With the existence of the Fae touched, the fairies, who thrived on chaos, ensured that there could be no peace between the two planes at any point in time. These children, from what you understand, were born once every 250 years.
Rosalie is going to repeat all of that out loud in common. It's going to be a little slower, and it's probably a little bit more summarized. But Rosalie will just look at Essie and Fleur and kind of look back at the book. And is there a visual? What does the visual look like of the two children?
They are
Can
babies.
I roll an insight? Okay, they're just babies?
They're babies. In the depiction, they look like twins almost, but one has pointed ears and one does not. They are being cradled by a woman with frost white hair, pale white, almost blue skin, striking blue eyes with sort of silver where the whites should be. And she is holding them like a mother holds her children. There is also on her head like a spindly black crown made of intertwining branches.
Do
Okay.
they have visible birthmarks?
On the woman?
The babies.
No, they're like wrapped in swaddling clothes.
Oh, okay. So we wouldn't be able to see.
Yeah.
Would any of us perhaps recognize the woman from anything?
If you are an elf,
Like a play.
in contact
Or
with your elven
maybe something
side,
you
My-
saw somewhere.
Yeah, but I
My
didn't see
intro
that.
to Elven Studies
Yeah.
class.
Ian saw it. Ian saw the photo.
Oh shoot! I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, and it disappeared.
Okay.
So
As an
Rosalie
elf.
tells Fleur that, and Fleur kind of like just stares unblinkingly. It goes, "Are you telling me my brother's Fae?"
I mean, I don't know if he's Fae, but he definitely has Fae influence, I would say. If
That's
we
not what that
follow the-
sounds like. That sounds
if
like
we
he's
follow the
Fae.
legend.
It sounds like him and Cammy are Fae, and their literal whole point is to wreak chaos, wreak havoc. How can we stop that?
But Ian and Vesper casually arrive in this moment.
Yeah, at some point.
You open the door to an incredibly tense scene. Essie and Rosalie are both seated on the floor. Like, you know how like when you read a book to little kids, you like hold it open to the picture and like point to the words that you're reading? Rosalie's still like pointing to like the picture of like a children's fairy tale. Essie's sitting cross-legged on the floor with like Macbeth lying down with his head in her lap, and then Strahd is kind of like playing with a loose thread on their jeans. Fleur, meanwhile, is standing over them and like basically like near attack position, like squared up, as Rosalie is like fully in like kindergarten teacher mode.
Ian's gonna walk in and be like, "Why are you ignoring my text? It's super lawless."
There's a lot going on right now, Ian. Sit your ass
Yeah,
down.
I know, it's freaking Dead Week. We gotta study.
Sit down.
Why are you telling me to sit down?
Just sit
Why
down.
you got that face?
Just sit down, Ian.
Fine. And he
Hi,
sits down on
Vesper.
Cammy's bed.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Rosalie. Hey,
Vesper, we
Essie.
might need your help here.
What's going on? What's that? What's that?
Yeah,
Why is she in this?
Ian,
Fleur?
I think we just figured something out
About Cammy?
about you.
Well, and Cammy.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
And then Fleur tells him everything that
Fills us in.
Rosalie just said.
As you do so, Vesper, can I get you to roll a history check?
Yep.
So you're telling me I'm a chaotic creature.
Dirty
to
20.
Cause chaos?
As Ian kind of processes this information, you flash back on something.
Mm-hmm.
When you were in high school, you took a class that was essentially an upper division writing class for high schoolers, where you were sort of allowed to do your own research. You started with a kind of vague art history research topic that definitely narrowed down as you made your way through it. And at one point, as you were looking into the history of Fae influence on material plane art, you went down a little bit of a rabbit hole about the relationships between the material plane, specifically the material plane of Kraylin, and the Fae plane. And while you were there, you discovered very briefly, like a short little half a paragraph portion about how once every 250 years, long ago, in the almost medieval period of Kraylin, children who were suspected of being Fae-touched were treated as incredible threats, were often removed from their parents, and it's a little unclear what happened to them, though you are sure that that is just sort of a whitewashing of history, as it is. Not in perhaps the sense that we connotate it today, but more of a clean slate reflection on perhaps a particularly terrible point in history.
Mm-hmm.
And from what you understood, although there's not as much paranoia surrounding it today, there is a task force of sorts, or at least conspiracy theorists think that there's a task force of sorts to enforce similar policies today with Faeborn and Fae-touched.
Right. Cool. Then I remember that. And I'll share it and think, but if that was the case, then either they're possibly a party who came after maybe not only Cammy, but also Ian. Why didn't Casey? I don't get the impression this is a sanctioned thing from KCI.
Fleur looks at Vesper and goes, I do have an answer for that, but I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Allowed to tell us. Okay.
Is this because of that stupid interview you did with that person at the freaking guard tower?
I don't think she had much of a choice.
Jenny,
Dad, surely you can say something. Dad can get you out of that. There's no doubt in my
anything
mind.
that I talked to my dad about, I wasn't subject to an NDA for, right? It was just a silent room.
The room that you were in could not be observed by magical or non-magical purposes, meaning that even if you were to violate the terms of something you had signed, there would have been no way for them to know that the terms had been violated.
I just mean, so if I was in the office with my dad, obviously I didn't talk about like I'm not talking about the NDA here. I'm talking about like anything my dad said to me. I can tell them what my dad said, just not what Agent Lothus said, right?
Presumably.
Okay. Because it wasn't subject to an NDA. Because my dad would have made me sign an NDA, right?
Presumably.
If it had been required.
So Fleur looks at Ian and says, some of it is for things I can't talk about. But I also talked to Dad. Harvest Festival.
Wasn't that weeks ago?
Yes.
And you're just not telling me things that you talked to Dad about?
Yeah, but it was just stuff that like, I didn't know. It's dangerous stuff.
I really am starting to feel like everybody knows more shit about me than I know about me. Yeah. And it's kind of getting infuriating.
He didn't really tell me anything. He just told me to look at these books. And he told me that he made a decision to save you.
To save me?
Yeah. He chose to save you. He didn't say from what. But what you said, Vesper,
if the policy, written or unwritten, is to have these children not be around and not be a threat, I don't know, maybe you were safer with your dad then.
I may have kept something from you too. When we were home, I went into Mom's scrapbooking room.
Okay.
And I found a photo album that had my name on it. So I opened it up.
Of course. Yeah. Classic. Mom's a scrapbooker. We all know that.
But it wasn't pictures of us.
Okay.
It was just a picture of me and a woman.
Uh-huh.
And the moment I picked it up, it disappeared. Like it disintegrated. Like it turned
almost like Cammy's text to me.
Ian,
did she go gesturing frankly?
Does Ian recognize anything in this picture? Do you want me to roll for it?
You can roll an insight.
I also have a thought afterwards that might be right.
That's a crit fail.
Honestly, even without a crit fail,
can we just do a help action, me and Essie, I guess, because we are literally pointing.
Go for the help action.
So roll again.
Yeah.
7.
Oh my god.
The picture that you saw, the woman was wearing a hood that covered her entire face. All you could see were her hands cradling you, and it was kind of a poor quality photo. The focus was on you. So you kind of feel like no matter how hard you looked at this picture, how well you looked at this picture, you would not be able to tell.
I'm sorry, guys. I got like a second to look at it, and it was mostly just a picture of me.
I have one thing I just want to clarify from what like Rosalie had told us, and then another just thought. But with you said that the point of the human child was meant to be taken back to the Fae, right?
To sow chaos there.
The
Fae child was meant to remain on the material plane.
So they've switched them.
Right, but the night Cammy disappeared, Fae-like beings came to get him, and I'm looking at Fleur.
Well, that's where I've been worried about this the whole time. I had a bad feeling that it was too coincidental that we got attacked at the same time as Cammy. It just seemed too coincidental for me, and none of it made sense, but now it makes sense. But what I'm really worried about, they don't get to take Ian. We need to stop this.
Of course not.
But wait,
Somehow
aren't
we
I
need to stop
supposed to
this.
go with them? And Cammy's supposed to stay here?
So they switch.
But how would they
you.
mess that up? Surely they know the difference between us.
Maybe it's deliberate.
Maybe.
Jenny, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know we don't know too much about the Fae, besides of what we read in stories. But I know the Fae love children, and particularly we have a very important Fae loving little girl's birthday party we should get to.
We could. Do you think? So,
Are you
Essie,
offering up my sister as sacrifice?
So she's
No,
technically
no.
already made several deals with the Fae based on
Mhm.
what you were telling me at the sleepover
Okay.
last week.
Yeah,
So
that's
she
fair.
kind of gave herself up,
Wait,
For
who
that?
made deals
No,
with the Fae?
but
I don't know.
sister.
I think
Oh.
I think it might be smart to talk to her.
Well, maybe
she's-
she can talk to. Maybe we can go with her to talk to the Fae.
She could be a kind of ambassador.
Or like I'm thinking, like I could stand behind her and also talk to the Fae.
Mm.
Or
It might be a
Ian.
little
I could.
dangerous.
I don't know if I can talk to the Fae. Actually, I don't speak Sylvan.
Evidently, I kind of do. I read it at least.
Rosalie and I and Vesper do.
I could understand it. That's about it.
Fleur is like outwardly frustrated. She's like,
the
how am I
other
supposed to protect you if I can't even understand the language of the people that want to take you? Anyways, yes, Vesper?
the other thing I was thinking is that obviously we have no I don't know what to do, and they're like and they don't like not knowing what to do. It's like I don't even really know where to start, but my thought is that if this happen, even though this is these are old fairy tales and stuff, even if it's every 250 years, the conclave happens every 10 years, right?
Mhm.
Jenny, maybe there's something like this has happened before. Maybe someone has dealt with this before.
From 250 years ago?
But I thought the conclave was just about the war between Kraylin and Akora. What is
Well, yeah,
that?
but
That's not what
if it's to
Vesper's
sow
saying.
chaos, if it's to sow chaos, and Cammy has been taken because she is an ambassador's, a diplomat's daughter to disrupt a very important meeting, that seems like it might be a target for having been
Wait.
targeted in the past.
If we want to know
Vesper.
about history,
Well, yeah, I was going to say, we have that history class.
Yeah, this is my thought.
Me sitting here pretending like I don't know that Marius is immortal. Anyways.
No,
Fleur
but or
goes,
even
I mean,
like
like, we
even
could-
in a book somewhere. I don't know.
we could ask Professor Copper if like anything really chaotic happened 250 years ago, and we can ask him what happened. Maybe he knows what the Fey touched is. Like, he's really smart.
Well, if he doesn't, maybe those old ass books at Harry and Jean's place has some info.
Yeah. Or maybe he has books. He's got to have like a personal collection, right? He's like a professor.
Sure.
Can Rosalie, I don't know if she will recall this or if it's the proper connection, but I do have my little matchbook that shows the Ascension. Was the Ascension 250 years ago?
The Ascension was
710.
710
Yeah.
years ago.
700. My bad. All right.
Fleur was, Leon was her own kind of chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the only
Okay.
reason I'm considering that maybe there's something, like maybe there's some record of something happening, something chaotic, like unnaturally chaotic happening, because there have been conclaves for a very long time, and it has been more than 250 years. Therefore, the last time this happened
I
is
also
not inaccessibly.
I just want to point out, remember when we were in the Sea of Trees and they were like, every 50 years, people go missing randomly. But lately, things are popping up and there's like portals and stuff. And then Ian touched the water and you were okay. And it's kind of weird. The displacer beast got like popped over. And do you think maybe some portals are opening up and causing chaos because you're here and you're supposed to be over there?
He's not supposed to be over there, Essie.
Well, apparently I am. But that
You
would also
you're
being
not.
over there is
I'm
what
not-
would cause the chaos, if I understand
Yes.
it right.
Well, Cammy being gone is causing the chaos,
Is
but
also causing.
if the human is kept in this plane and the elf is put in the other plane, there's nothing to say that wouldn't cause more chaos either.
Stacy, can I get a quick history roll?
Ooh, nat 20, 25.
Go off.
About 2 sessions back in your notes, there is some information that you received that no one else received.
Yes.
Would you like me
I thought
to...
would she have shared it with me at least?
Yes, Vesper, you
So
would
I
have
can
gotten this
help
too.
if you ever need this.
So,
Or ever need a help action.
Rosalie,
Yes.
you remember reading that the Fey plane and the material plane are inherently linked. Where there is chaos in the material plane, there is chaos in the Fey plane.
Yes.
During the last Great War, artificial chaos was sown by the meddling of interplanar beings on the material plane, which gave rise to the opportunity for a revolt Fey plane, during which power transferred hands from the Winter Court to the Summer Court.
Is one of those courts good and one is evil?
Stacy has that information.
Yeah.
Pippin has that information too, but I think it's more related to having read Shakespeare.
Well, yeah, no, but also just in the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's my fault I forgot comprehend languages, not Vesper's.
It transferred from summer to winter, Jenny, just to clarify.
The power
Winter
transferred
to summer.
from it transferred from unseelie to seelie, winter to summer.
Yeah, from
Rosalie is gonna like think about what Essie said about no matter what, there is more chaos that is occurring more, at least to us, it seems that way. And kind of look at everybody and be like, well, that really magically invested book that Vesper picked. And she'll look at Vesper just to make sure she gets everything correct. And it's kind of like, we're always linked, no matter what happens with the Feywild and the Fey plane and the material plane. But because we're linked, we're gonna have more, any point of chaos, there's gonna be chaos on the other side. Am I missing anything, Vesper?
I don't think so. Yeah, and I like look at Rosalie and it's like, no, you know what you're talking about. No, you got it, Rosalie. They're parallel for a reason. It might not have always been, but they certainly have been for a very long time. And
But the disruptance has really caused a political shift, at least in the Fey plane, according to that book.
and I just like look at Rosalie like, I don't mean to interrupt. This was during the last Great War.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is not a very huge political shift
In the material plane.
in our world.
Yeah.
Well, are you being sarcastic, Vesper?
No.
It's worth noting that it was the splintering of Kraylin into pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well,
Aquera had been part of Kraylin, and now it's not.
yeah.
Fleur kind of goes.
But I
so-
just meant in the sense that it also took, it wasn't an immediate thing, right? So
Right. It
it took a
wasn't.
couple decades, and therefore I'm expecting that it also took a couple for whatever the Fey revolt was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also likely took a couple of decades. That's all I meant.
So are
Yeah.
we saying that because Cammy and Ian weren't killed as babies, we're going to have something like the Great War happen again? Is that what you two are saying right now?
No, but I'm
Okay.
not exactly.
Oh my
no.
God. Oh,
I'm
oh,
just
so it's
saying
not a
that-
straight no.
I'm just saying that fates are linked. And
Okay.
I don't know how much more to say with that. I'm curious to see how that conclave perhaps mirrors the
What's
political
coming.
shift in the
Mhm.
Fey plane.
Hopefully it doesn't,
Mhm.
but I am a bit worried. It's too coincidental because they
Yeah.
could have done this 10 years ago. What is it about this conclave? Ian and Cammy were both alive 10 years
Cammy's
ago.
not here.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, if they were going to take one of them, like they could have done it 10 years ago. Why this one? Why sow the
think-
chaos right now?
Yeah.
Because
I
it
think seeing
wasn't time. The Legend of the Fey Touch.
But they were born 10 years ago.
But yeah, but
So it could have
they
been.
don't get abducted at random times. It has to be ready.
Right. So what is it about this conclave then?
I think at seeing Fleur like get flustered and them kind of getting sort of stuck in a loop,
Fleur is like freaking out.
I take Fleur's hand, and it's not like not magic. It's just like to sort of try and like calm, and it's like I don't know, take deep breaths with me, just to be like, Fleur, we are giving you the answers we have.
I know. I just want all of the answers. I'm not mad at you guys. Oh my God, you don't think I'm mad at you guys, right?
No.
Okay.
Essie,
I'm
as
not mad
your
at you.
friends kind of go in circles, your phone starts ringing.
Mine?
Essie's.
What is it?
Would you like to answer it?
Yes.
Abby?
Hi.
Aw.
Hi.
Little Cory Berry.
Hi, it's my birthday. Are you coming?
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm coming, and I'm
Okay.
gonna bring some friends for you too.
Oh, okay.
They're
can
holding
you,
Vesper's hand nods.
Can you come soon? Because Mama was supposed to come supposed to come at 3. I don't know what time it is, but
What time is it?
Daddy was supposed to be back at 11, and I don't know what time is or where Mama is or Dad
She's
is.
alone?
Are you by yourself, or is the housekeeper there? Or
Housekeeper came, made me mac and cheese, but I had to go.
okay, I'm gonna come. Okay, I'm gonna come. We're gonna come really, really fast. Okay, so you just hold tight.
Okay.
And why don't you put on
My friend's here.
What friend?
I have to
Oh,
go.
God.
Friend's here.
Which friend? Which friend?
I love you,
Cory?
Abby. I see you soon. Bye.
Oh, Cory Bari. Guys, I think we should go and see my sister because I'm
Okay.
worried.
Do we
Was it-
want to?
Okay.
Here's my thing. Okay, we'll go right now. Do we want to? Do we want some of us to go to your sisters and then some of us to talk to the professor, or do we all want to go?
I'm okay with going with Essie, but Fleur, I'm gonna need your bedazzler.
Fleur fishes it out of her bag of folding and is like, I have to drive Essie, Vesper, and Ian. Do you want to come with us in the car, or do you want to go talk to Professor Copper?
Do you
Might
ask
be
me?
best if Ian, you come if you really are.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
Yeah,
Besides,
like,
I mean,
The
I'm
one-
an
the
elf
one
and
thing
Rosalie's a
I
half elf, but we
should-
don't have
yeah.
the same.
one
you
of the
know.
things I should hope we can count on is our professor's office hours
True.
during Dead Week.
Oh, okay, yeah, good point.
But-
We'll go. Yeah, let's do that after.
We
Okay,
can
let's
find him
go.
when he
But
gets
Ian-
back.
yes.
And
Fleur's already moving. We can talk
Okay,
while we're
that's
going. The
yeah,
child's
we're
alone.
walking. Ian, here's a jacket. Make sure to cover your ears because I don't know. I know you're human, but like, I don't know. Things are being weird, and
You want me to cover my ears with a jacket, Rosalie?
Here's a
Well,
beanie.
Don't listen to
Oh,
her.
Ian takes the beanie and throws it over his head.
The beanie,
Don't
by the
start
way,
a
for
new
those of
beanie era
you
for him.
who are wondering, is branded with John Skellington from the hit film The Nightmare Before the Festival of Lights.
You had to do
my
that
God.
to me, didn't you? You
It
had to
is.
do that
It
to
is
me.
Rosalie's. Rosalie's beanie.
Ian's gonna try to like flip it to see if he can hide Jack's face.
No, on the
Is
Is it
inside
just like
it's
the
just
ugly embroidered
Yeah,
side?
yeah.
And he just shrugs and puts it on as he like whistles to Aspen and heads towards his motorcycle in the student parking lot.
So you all travel to Upper Heights. Fleur, always a careful driver, nonetheless speeds the entire time as Essie kind of grips her arm in the front seat, like the kid's alone, the baby's alone. And you all arrive in front of a towering apartment complex. Essie leads you to the elevator, and you take it to top floor, the penthouse suite. There is one door in this entire hallway. It is made of lacquered wood with a nameplate on the front that reads Abner Juniper. It's beautiful in gold, and it has a gold doorknob with an electric key swipe above it.
Does Essie have
Fleur
the key?
bangs on the door.
Do I
Not
have a key?
aggressively. She's just an aggro girl.
Surely Essie has a key, Fleur.
You
Oh.
bang on the door as Essie, you dig through your bag. You have a key. You're not really supposed to have a key, but your stepmom gave you a key when you were supposed to be watering the plants when she was out of town once. You find the key as Fleur
sick.
knocks loudly on the door. You can hear someone inside giggling in a sweet little voice. And you open the door. This apartment is beautiful. Hardwood floors, floor to ceiling windows, overhead chandelier, a shining countertop, beautiful kitchen, living room with a like sunken couch, and a beautiful indoor fireplace. There's fantastic high-priced paintings on all of the walls. Luxe plush carpet covers the entryway like a rug. Down the hall, you can see a master bedroom with the door open. You can see like beautiful white, all white furnishings. But seated at the dining table, which Essie heads straight for, is a little girl. She looks to be about 3 or 4 years old. A little elf with her little hair kind of tangled and pulled back into a messy ponytail that someone is standing behind her and gently undoing, holding a hairbrush in one hand. Abby! She stands up. You can't quite make out who's behind her. You can only see hands. And she toddles straight towards you, Essie, her arms held out wide. Abby, I miss you!
Hi, Car.
You're so pretty!
Oh, you're so extra pretty. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Do I look like you yet? Dad tells me that I might look like you when I get older, and he says that that would make me unlucky, and I say that he's mean because you're the prettiest person I've ever seen.
Jed's definitely wrong. Happy birthday.
Who you?
Ian.
This is
He holds out a hand.
this is my Ian. He's a party member.
Welcome to my birthday party.
Thank
you
you.
are a party too.
We are a party too, and now you are part of our party.
Oh, party. Okay, who is everyone else?
Well,
Ian?
this is Fleur.
This is your
Fleur
Ian.
bends down. She like squats down to get on her level and goes like, "Hello."
She takes your hand and like gives it like a little kid squeeze, and it's kind of sticky. And she goes, "Floor,
Yes,
floor."
Yeah, like the
and
ground floor.
She points at the floor and goes,
that works.
"Floor." Okay.
Sure.
Ian nods very enthusiastically.
Remember the flower girl?
That's it.
Flower.
Nah, floor.
I like your hair.
Thank you. I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. It's brown.
Mine's blonde.
Yes, it's yellow. I have
Yeah.
yellow hair.
Mm-hmm.
Getting so good at your colors.
Thank you,
And this is Rosalie.
Rosie. She like toddles up to you and just wraps her arms around your legs and goes, "Oh, Abby's Rosie.
That is my Rosie.
Abby's rose skirts." She like kind of like shoves her head just like into the fabric of your skirt and is like, "Long skirt," and then pulls her head out.
Rosalie will just, I don't think there'll be much to say for Rosalie to say besides like, happy birthday.
Birthday's my birthday.
Birthdays.
I'm 4.
You want a pet, a kitty?
Oh, kitty.
And Rosalie will kind of lower her, Strahd.
She makes grabby hands at Strahd. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, and then she goes, oh, wait, hang on. Gentle.
Gentle hand.
And then flattens her hands out like this and goes, gentle hands.
Good.
And
Oh.
while Carla's distracted, Rosalie's gonna pass maybe a poorly bedazzled fairy tale books to Essie.
Grabs.
She's like really, she just is like frozen with Strahd in her hands, and Strahd is looking up at you like, Mom, please.
And this is my friend Vesper.
Vesper.
Vess is okay.
Vess.
Or Wes. It's just an extra part of the V.
Vess. Vess.
And
I go, I'm sorry I didn't get you anything for your birthday.
My
But
birthday. It's my birthday.
It is your birthday.
I'm 4. I have 4.
What do you mean,
You are
Bess? We
so
brought
big.
a big dog for you to ride.
I know. You're stealing my thunder.
Doggy. Oh, take kitty.
Esther's like SMH my head.
Bess will show you how it's done, though.
Sprints to Aspen and just throws her arms around his neck and
Let me finish.
presses her head into his fur and goes, best friend doggy.
gentle with doggy. Soft hands.
Soft hands,
Thank
doggy.
you.
Best doggy, your doggy?
This is my doggy, Macbeth.
And this is best doggy?
That's Bess
That's
doggy.
Ian's dog. Ian's
Bess
doggy.
Bess and Ian have the same doggy. Dad didn't let me get a doggy. Dad told me he'd give me a doggy and then he didn't give me a doggy.
Share Macbeth with me.
Oh, okay. I like Macbeth. Macbeth like really cautiously sniffs her as she goes, gentle hands.
Mhm.
And like kind of like pets the dog's face for a second and goes, you want me my friend?
Fleur is already looking at this person like
Mhm.
concerned.
It's strange. It's like no matter how hard you try to see this person, it's not like they're shifting. It's almost like the room is shifting around them to like block off their face and body from you.
Can I see this person?
She brushing my hair because Dad hadn't brushed my hair in 2
Introduce
In
us to
2
your
weeks?
friend.
weeks. My mammy used to brush my hair twice a day. And my mom used to
Sure.
brush my hair.
Fleur looks at Essie.
But now my friend is here to brush my hair. And she said that she was gonna make me dinner if you didn't come.
Where?
More about your friend?
What about my friend?
Can you tell me a little bit more about her?
Oh yeah, she's kind of shy. But hang on. Friend is okay. It's okay. Come out. And someone steps out from sort of behind a shelf kitchen. It is a woman. She is built almost like Fleur, like thicker set, like a really hourglass figure. She's dressed in this sort of like long white flowing dress, sort of cut up around the hips, with like little hoops almost tying into place, almost like a toga dress of sorts, with a silver belt tied around her waist to take it in. She has long, sort of silvery blue hair and these like dark blue eyes, and like sort of tan skin, darker, almost the same shade as Cammy's, like a sort of toasted caramel skin. Yeah, these like dark blue eyes, and she steps forward and she goes, "Hello."
In common?
Yeah.
We recognize this person from the photo?
No, this is not the person.
This is not the person from the photo. Okay.
Hi.
Hi
Nice to
there.
meet you.
Hello.
Thank you for taking care of Carla.
Of course, I have been watching her. She comes to play by the river that I live.
Can I ask your name?
Yes. My name is Neria.
Miria.
Miria. I'm Dryads of the Forest. I'm a Naiad. I protect the stream.
You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. As well.
Oh, thank you.
Are you
Yeah.
Essie?
Yeah.
Carla speaks very highly. It's good to know that she has someone in her life looking out for her.
Essie kind of puts her hand in front of Carla and like puts her behind her.
There is no need to be suspicious of me. I am not the one you should be worried about.
What do you mean?
I came here because it is your sister's birthday. I knew she was all alone. She is very young. She should not be left here. Someone to take care of her.
I'll take care of it.
Of course you will, but I only came so that there would be someone here to run. She gets very lonely. This is not a safe place for a child.
How long have you been looking after Carla?
Oh, well, I suppose since she was a baby, but she never came near my stream until about a year and a half ago.
If you
Very
watched
short
her for that
time for
long,
our
did you know her nanny?
Camila.
Yes.
Yes. I knew her. She was no fan of mine. She seems to distrust fey creatures, which is fair, but perhaps an embodiment of self-hatred.
Do you know anything about what happened to her
I
or
have
what's going on?
Not seen her for some time, though if you are concerned it is the workings of the Fae, I can assure you I have very little contact beyond
Ah, okay.
yearly visit. Winter.
So you're not from the Fey plane?
I am, but there are some Fae creatures who make our homes on the material plane.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
Dryads can travel between the two quite easily, for our homes are within nature that is shared by both.
If you can travel between them quite easily, could you travel back and see if Cammy's there?
I cannot stray too far from my stream.
Could you
What?
show us how to get to your stream on the other side?
We are not going to the Fey Plane, Ian.
I mean,
Can
supposedly I
I-
could.
No, we're not, because I'm not having you get stuck there. End of story.
Why would he be stuck there?
What do you know of the Fey Touch? Do you know anything?
Many things. So I would perhaps ask the one in this room first.
What if the one in this room doesn't know anything?
The one in this room wasn't really educated.
It's rare for the Fey Touch to make it this far. Now that you are an adult, you should know, because that is when they come.
By them, do you mean a group of Eladrin, by chance?
That would be odd. The Eladrin rarely serve the will of the Winter Court.
Oh.
I assume you are, of course, the child. Misnomer, perhaps, but what you best resemble. You are, therefore, the property of Winter Court.
So,
And the Summer Court has no reason to cross the Winter Court, for it has the power.
Are both of the Fey Touched property of the Winter Court?
Oh. Not typically.
Jenny, I think your mic's cutting out for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
it's
the
cutting out for me too.
Not typically.
Okay. Hmm.
so I am from the Winter Court, potentially.
Perhaps you could both be from the Winter Court, but it does not matter who birthed you. A child of the Fae is viewed as property of the Summer Court, and the child of Boons is considered property of the Winter Court.
How do we stop this? Do you know?
I live in a stream.
I know. You know more than we do. It was worth a shot, right?
Well,
Let's say I was to go to the Winter Court. Does that mean I have
Hmm.
to stay there forever? What's the end game?
why
Do you
would
know the end
you
game?
want to go to the Winter Court?
Yeah, good question.
I
No.
thought I was property of the Winter Court.
Doesn't mean you have to go there, Ian.
I think perhaps you, angry one, misunderstand. As a child of both planes, he can leave and come as he goes. To restrain him here would take the same method as restraining him there.
How would I go to the other side? Do I know how? Is it like an inherent skill?
No, you would need to cross. You would need to cross the plains. Perhaps you have a friend who is capable of learning the secrets of interplanar travel.
Ian slowly turns his head and looks at Aspen.
Aspen barks at Ian and then tilts his head towards Vesper.
Why are you looking at the dog for
Ian-
interplanar travel, Ian?
Ian's gonna kneel down and wrap his arm around Aspen and like whisper in his ear. Remember that thing you did, Aspen?
Aspen barks and then disappears and reappears 200 feet away, standing on the pristine white bedspread of the master bedroom.
No, Aspen, you're supposed to take me with you.
All he would do is roll up 200 meters away.
Dear, that is not
Wouldn't-
interplanal travel. That is
Thank you.
briefly extra dimensional. At no point does he stop movement through the planes. I was referencing the fact that you have a wizard
Thank you.
in your party.
Oh.
Mhm.
And
I
Ian
don't
looks
know
at-
how to do it yet, but I'm certain I could learn.
But either way, I feel you deserve a warning. Today is the 21st day of full dusk. The Winter Queen will be visiting soon.
Visiting here.
The material plane?
Yes. And she will be coming to check her children,
No.
of which I am one.
Are you obligated to tell her that you spoke with us?
She knows you are here already. It is why I had hoped that you would come. Because I had hoped to not be here, Shira.
Wait, so you're gonna leave and I'm gonna be here and then I'm gonna be in trouble, but you're gonna be good.
How soon is she coming?
I don't know. It's hard to say. She is of her own accord. I like the way.
Have you met the Winter Queen, Kari?
Yeah, I like her.
Like her. Like she's nice, she's good.
She washed my hair.
She washed your hair?
She brushed my hair. And
Oh,
you
she-
realize, can I get an insight check?
Oh.
Oh my god, that's the winner.
I'm going to vomit. I'm going to puke.
21.
Roll
Rolling
the
so
roll
poorly, 11.
I am also going to roll insight.
I rolled a 22.
Rosalie, as she says that, you realize that Neria is not holding a hairbrush.
Oh, I'm going to puke.
That behind her is a set of pale blue hands with long black nails. And Carla takes a seat at the dining room table as the hands begin to gently brush through her hair. Neria makes a face and says, I am so sorry, Essie. She is our queen. winter.
You
Carla is safe.
No, you put Carla at risk.
You've put her in danger.
It's not
You put
Carla,
my
she-
sister in danger.
As you yell, you watch as she sort of turns to water and disappears, leaving only a puddle on the floor, and from behind the same shelf steps out a woman. She has long, pointed ears, pale, blue-white skin, bright blue eyes with silver whites, long hair, held back in a beautiful plait. She smiles down at Carla and says, "Oh, there's no need to be so upset."
Fleur steps in front of Ian.
Carla, come here.
That's gonna do a lot.
Where's my friend? It's the flower lady.
I'm gonna puke.
Carla.
She lives in the
Come here.
flowers. She lives in the flowers.
Carla. Honey, come here. I have a present for you.
Can
Okay.
I go get my present? Of course, dear. You can go get your present. Carla
I pick her up and I am holding her.
wraps her arms around her neck and goes, "I like hugs. I like
Ian's
hugs."
gonna take off the hat, realizing that it doesn't matter anymore. And he's gonna be like, I guess you're here to see me?
Oh no, darling.
I don't know what the point of being here even is anymore. Okay, fine. Why do you want Carla?
Well, she made a deal.
She's
What
a
was her
child.
deal?
Whatever deal she made, I'll take the repercussions of.
No, you shut
Yes,
your
I
mouth
will.
right
No.
now,
She's a
Ian.
child, Fleur.
Oh, darling,
What was her
she
deal?
has already taken the repercussions of someone else's deal.
Carla has?
Of course.
Camila?
Was it? Yeah.
Camilla, no.
Was it
She
her
was
father?
a different problem entirely.
Or her stepmother?
Abner
do you
Juniper
know?
is an incredibly untalented man who, without our assistance, would have not gotten nearly as far as he did.
He put his deal on his child?
Of course he did. Is there a deal on Essie too?
Essie? No.
How can we put the deal back on him?
Oh, you can't. You promised me something he cares about.
And that's Carla.
He doesn't care about Carla.
He doesn't care about anything but himself.
Maybe not anymore, but I saw her as a second chance. Carla's like, I'm a second chance. Maybe Daddy wants third chance. That's why he didn't come home.
Did deals only stay true to when they were made? Or do they stay true to consistency? Because if that's the case, wouldn't it transfer over to him?
Darling, you have so many questions for a woman who's already made deals with the Fae.
What's the price Carla has to pay?
Wait. Fleur's made deal with the Fae?
It's
Wait,
what I think
what?
it is, right? The NDA.
Can you explain to me what her deal with the Fae is?
I don't know what my deal with the Fae is.
I'm not asking you, Fleur.
Well, I don't remember making a deal with the Fae, Ian.
You seem a lot more concerned about the safety of an adult making a deal with the Fae than an innocent child. Subjected
Well, the
to her
child
parents.
didn't make the deal with the Fae.
And you told us we couldn't get rid of the deal.
And you think that extends not to your sister?
I just am curious what the parameters of her deal are.
And also
And
when it happened.
Yeah, when she met someone of the Fae.
Oh, she knows.
Can a new deal be made?
Always
Ooh.
make deals, dear. What would you like to offer?
Rosalie?
Rosalie?
Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Fuck.
Oh,
Fuck.
Rosalie. Oh, flower that blooms in adversity, isn't it? Oh, what a lovely name. And you are in the service of the Lady on Fire.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh,
Rosie, don't call her that.
She's a queen. I don't know what else to call her.
Oh my God.
well, darling. It's such a beautiful name. I think I'll have to take it for myself.
What's the punishment? What's the price that Carla would have to pay?
You'll see in time. I don't take what I'm owed children. They have. Which, of course, you should ask your friend about.
Fleur's not that smart.
Oh, not
She's
you,
kind of just
darling.
blinking.
It's not you, darling.
Ah, okay.
Cammy?
No,
What
the
about-
one I just stole from?
Rosalie.
Who?
What do you know about Cammy?
Cammy. There's a lot of Cammies out there, dear.
Camila? You acknowledged her before.
Her name's Camilla.
You already acknowledged her. You knew that.
Oh no, my servant knew that. My servant had been notoriously tight-lipped.
No, I just said Camila to her earlier. And she was like, that annoying girl.
Yes. Well, sometimes you have to play things off to get.
Of course.
Her name.
What have you done with her?
Camilla. Well, we couldn't do anything before. Now that we have what I'm after, what
She's
won't
been
we do
gone.
with her?
We're after, and Ian points vaguely over to Rosalie.
Oh no, you give me a name and it gives me power. You had the name I was looking for and a name I wasn't looking for, but I'm happy to have now because I think they touched. There isn't much you wouldn't save a flower. She snaps her fingers. Rosalie, I'm going to need a DC 25 Constitution saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
Can we provide the help action in
You
any way, shape, or
cannot.
form?
No, we don't
Fuck.
have
Can I give her
reactions.
bardic inspiration somehow?
Nope.
She's got
No,
straight up
it's not a
disadvantage because a
reaction.
Fae took her name.
14.
Fuck.
Rosalie, you hear her say that. She reaches out, grabs your wrist, and the world goes dark. The apartment is filled with blinding white light. It is as if someone has opened every window. Freezing air rushes through like wind, and Essie, you can feel Carla bury herself against you in a desperate attempt to stay warm. And then the sensation vanishes. The heat buzzes in the background. It's warm here, if not cozy, a little cold and impersonal, and notably, Strahd stands alone. Or Rosalie is finished. Rosalie. It is cold and dark. Thick snow obscures your vision. Here, which appears to be indoors, you drip water somewhere behind you. It's very dark. It feels like the walls are made of stone. It is
And I?
freezing. It's so cold here. You can barely keep your thoughts together.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's like,
Hello? Is someone there?
hello?
Oh my god.
Rosalie? Rosalie?
Cammy?
What are you... Rosalie, what are you doing here?
Oh my god.
Rosalie, can you hear me? You can feel...
Can I cast light on my amulet?
Absolutely, you can.
Or my best friend's necklace, but like
Yeah, you cast light on your amulet, and it doesn't cast the normal radius of light. You get maybe 6 inches of light in front of you. You can see your hands and the white of the snow swirling in front of you.
Cammy, can you see me?
No. Where are you? Can you come towards my voice?
Can I? Yeah, I guess. Do I need a roll for that?
Roll a
can I just
perception.
roll-
Actually, roll a survival check.
A survival. 13.
You crawl towards the voice, and eventually your hands hit what feels like someone's leg. Rosalie, please tell me that's you.
Oh my god, Cammy. Oh my god. I think I do have a blanket in my inventory.
Perfect.
So I will quickly take that out and cover Cammy in it.
You crawl towards her and put the blanket around her, and you can see her face illuminated. Her hair is tangled. She looks freezing, just like you feel, and she kind of holds open one side of the blanket so you can crawl in next to her and kind of keep each other warm. Hi. You are the first person I've seen in weeks. Do you know where we are?
And Rosalie's gonna look at Cammy and I think I have an idea, but I don't know if I can find a way back. And she will just kind of hold on to that little best friend's necklace a little tighter and kind of cuddle closer to Cammy and be like, come on. I think I can cast something to maybe we'll need to get away from this wind though. Nothing will work in this wind.
Yeah. Okay.
And you said it's completely dark, right?
It is completely dark. Even with dark vision, you cannot see.
Okay. Holy shit.
I think when I was brought here, the queen, she put me in the dungeon. So I think that's got to be where we are, right? And if this is a dungeon, we can find a way out. I haven't tried because I haven't been able to see anything. And I didn't want to go back because I knew Fleur wouldn't be mad. And I knew about Ian. And I didn't tell her. I didn't want to. I thought if he knew it'd be worse.
It's okay, Cammy. Right now we have bigger things at our hands. And Rosalie's just gonna kind of grab onto Cammy's hands and look out into the vast darkness. I guess it's the best description I can say.
Maybe
and
we can. Okay, let's get warm first. I'm so tired.
Cammy, it's okay. Just stay awake a little longer.
I haven't slept since I've been here. I'm so tired.
I can carry you.
It's okay. It's okay. We can keep going.
And
so do you choose a direction and begin to walk?
I will choose a direction and begin to walk. Which way is the wind blowing?
The wind is blowing from in front of you.
Like it's just pushing directly in front of me?
Yeah, like against you.
Okay. I think I will just keep going against the wind.
You two begin to walk. Cammy takes your hand, probably so that she doesn't lose you in darkness. Mm-hmm. And as you begin to walk, we return to a impersonal apartment where a little girl sits frozen in your arms, Essie, and goes, She's never stolen my friends before. I'm sorry.
We need to go.
Carla, can you take us to the flower lady's home?
She went.
She's still in front of us. Or is she gone?
She's gone.
No,
we need to go. We need to go.
Fleur, give me a moment.
I know. We need to figure out how to get
can
you
I
to learn
have
that
your
spell.
necklace for a second?
Give Vess what
Give the
need.
I
best
have
friend
seen
necklace to Vesper.
Rosalie's necklace up close.
You have.
Can I cast locate object?
Yeah. Can.
To if she is within 1,000 feet on this plane, or I
Let's
don't know
go,
how you
Pip.
want to do with the other plane.
So she is not within 1,000 feet on this plane.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
You
Also, y'all better not be surrounded by any kind of lead, because then you're fucked.
No.
There is no lead and no iron on the Fey plane. So you hold on to this necklace and you feel it
It's just for flavor. But
connect to something. It is if this is one half of the same object. It's connected not only by the material fact that it is one half of a best friend's necklace, but it feels like there's some kind of emotional connection here that is strongly
Oh.
So I grabbed it.
You hold it.
They were roommates.
Rosalie, for a second, there is an incredibly warm feeling against your chest. It warms your entire body, and you feel that warmth spread down your hand to Cammy's, and her fingertips warm a little bit against yours. Vesper, you cannot tell where exactly she is on the Fey plane, but you know that she is in the Feywild. And the necklace grows ice cold in your hands. Almost, you know when something's so cold it almost burns you?
Mm-hmm.
And you drop the necklace. As you drop it, Rosalie, the warmth fades.
Is there any chance I get, if it's in motion, you know the direction of its movement?
It is heading in a direction that you feel probably has some kind of correlation in the Feywild, but here it feels nonsensical.
It would be much more effective if we did this in the Feywild.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool.
Fleur-
But I drop it and sort of shake it out.
What?
She's in the Feywild.
Okay.
I know that
Alright.
much.
Okay.
Can you take
So-
us?
You need to learn the spell, right?
I wouldn't even know where to start.
I
can't
think
Don't worry. And Fleur pulls her phone out and she texts Kyle. She says, "Does anyone in your party know how to do interplanar travel?"
Can't Ian see portals?
Hey,
Like, if
it's been a while. You good?
Not at all. Something really bad just happened. Need to know how to cast the spell. If you have any insight, please.
The phone begins to ring.
Fleur picks it up.
Hey,
Hello.
sounds like you got a problem no one else can solve.
Yes. We need to get to the Fey plane.
Okay,
Do you know how to do that?
why don't you meet me at the behind the library in, let's call it an hour and a half.
Done.
Sounds good. And wouldn't hurt if you wore something cute.
I'm always cute.
she's bringing friends.
I'm bringing the party. It's really bad, Kyle.
All right. Well, guess you can always repay me later.
I will.
No, she won't.
Don't listen to him.
All right. Catch you later.
Maybe you should.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Fleur hangs up. I
That
think
guy
Kyle-
really?
I think he knows how. Are you really going to turn down the help? We need to get Rosalie.
No, I'm not.
While that conversation is going on and Fleur's taking the call, is there any chance I can look through my father's study to see if there is a contract or any information on, like, the Fey Queen, anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can
What a
take
bastard.
Carla while Essie looks if that's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So
Okay,
do you
I'll
hand?
make like little fireworks to entertain her.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I'll-
so cool.
I'll hand.
So she's not just-
I'll
Fleur
hand,
is also
Further
distracted
Further
by this.
traumatized.
Your best birthday ever. Oh,
If
can you make it?
chocolate chip ice cream with rainbow sprinkles later?
Oh, will we?
Yes.
Will we?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta find out some things that Dad did, okay?
Okay, can you make it in the shape of a dragon? Can you make the in the shape
Yeah,
of the dragon?
and I shift it to make it like a little red dragon, and it does a little like of
Vespy?
sparks.
Vespy?
Yes, Carla.
Wow, my new favorite person.
You're pretty special too.
Oh, I also like that you're almost the same size as me because grown-ups are kind of scary because they're too tall. And
I know.
you are a good size.
I think I'm a good size too, and you're gonna get so tall it won't feel like that anymore.
I don't want to be taller than my favorite Vespy. You're my
That's so
favorite Vespy.
I give Carla a hug. and
She
say,
gives you a big hug and then whispers in your ear, "Can you make the dragon have wings?"
yeah, I sit her down and I start brushing the like tangles and mess out of her, continue the work and make like little illusions for her
Perfect.
as Essie searches.
Can I have advantage on investigation since this is my father's place?
Yes, and you can get the help action from Macbeth if you want it.
Oh, yes, please. Oh, 21.
All right, so you
We're coming, Rosalie.
go through your dad's office. There's a lot of papers here, a lot of contracts for like movies that apparently he's producing, etc., etc. But you find something a little bit out of the ordinary. It appears to be a Maskers award. Now, as far as you know, your father has won 3. However, you find when you pick it up, it feels slightly warm and glows with a strange purple light, ever so softly.
I want to look closer at it.
Essie, I hate your dad.
I know, he sucks.
You can't quite tell what exactly this is. You think maybe if you had like the identify spell or someone who was really well versed in arcana, you would be able to tell.
Taking it to this.
Vesper.
Vesper
Rosalie
and
arrives
Essie.
with like a strange kind of purple glowing Maskers.
Rosalie doesn't arrive anywhere.
Essie. Rosalie is somewhere else. Slowly freezing
Rosalie
to death.
arrives.
Hey.
End of this quest.
Quick sign over.
So you hand me
Yeah, I hand
whatever,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
whatever the Oscar is, and I go, okay. It's like you give
Weird,
me no
purple,
instruction.
glowing, warm. Identify? Maybe?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Certainly. Can you take? And I like motion to Carla.
Oh, yeah, I pick up
And
Carla.
I put it sort of down in front of me, and I open up my spell book and I find the right page because I don't have it prepared, but I can do it once with not taking 10 minutes once a day. So I'm going to do that now because it seems pretty important. And I'm basically like speed reading and like speed motioning all the gestures, and it sounds like I'm on 2.5 speed. It's like okay.
It's just jaw open staring.
Yeah. And I cast the identify spell on it.
Vesper,
It's
this
absolutely killing me that Vesper is the person like in the stress, because Vesper's like so socially anxious all the time that in these moments, Ves is like, relax, everyone.
There's a
They're
book for
not
that.
anxious. They
I
just
love
know
it.
So Vesper, you cast Identify
Mhm.
and recognize this object as a pact boon. This is a boon given to warlocks when they make a pact with a greater being. You recognize it as a pact boon of the Archfey, representing a deal made with an Archfey creature.
Cool. I finish it up and I go, Essie, did you, well, I guess she kind of told us, you knew your dad's a warlock made a deal with the that's
Well, I
how
knew
he
he
got
was an
these. That is what the
asshole.
queen meant. That is,
Language!
I'm sorry, Kari Bari. Don't repeat that.
Asshole. Asshole.
No, Kari.
No. Ian pulls out
there are
a
times
chapstick.
and place for appropriate
Ooh.
language, and to be precise, he is.
Yeah.
I put
like
the
a
cap on
chapstick.
my
You have
thumb.
your warlock friend, right?
We're literally going to meet him in an hour and a half.
Wonderful. I'm gonna do one thing and then let's go. And Essie is gonna trash the shit out of her father's place.
For helps.
Okay, roll a
Without
performance
question.
check with advantage.
This is performance art.
Fleur's like, whatever you want me to hit with the axe, you tell me, girl.
Everything.
Essie, do you want us to
18.
take Carly outside while you do this?
No.
No, she
Oh.
needs to see this.
You
Okay.
roll an 18, so you just run through and basically, like, you cast the most destructive spells you can think of. You, like, pick shit up and throw it off the walls. You punch a hole through his
I'm
most
gonna let
expensive
Kari, like,
painting.
fingerprint on the walls and color with crayons.
Carla, like, absolutely is doing it. You watch her cast, like, a little cantrip. And she, like, sets fire to, like, a painting and goes, ah! Burn. And then
But we should put that out because there's other people who live here. And Ian like hits it with a towel.
then she toddles over to the kitchen and like drops a bunch of plates on the ground and goes, bank!
Or Opa?
Opa! And you all head back to Fleur's car. Essie, on the way out, you happen to glance in a shoe closet and see an unused car seat that you, snap
I was gonna,
into.
like, if I saw car keys, like, steal that shit.
There are no car keys. It looks like he took the car. And you kind of piece together that he left sometime yesterday. And that
What a
Carla has
piece of
been
Alone?
unattended.
A
So-
4-year-old.
As
You
they watch
also
the-
Grab
Mental
a diaper
neglect.
bag from the closet as well and bring that with you, assuming that it probably has Carla's stuff in it.
Yeah,
Essie,
I'm grabbing
our-
diaper bag, baby shampoo.
Can you grab
like-
Mr. Snuggles?
Yes, I will make sure to grab Mr. Snuggles.
Mr.
Your
Snuggles
parents
appears to be a
don't
little
live
bear.
Far from here, if you want to drop her off somewhere.
My mom would be glad to take her.
She did an okay job with us, if you would, just for a day, so we could figure out the Rosalie stuff.
Upon hearing that, I also think like, oh my God, the Motleys. And like, oh my God, as I for the fallen soldiers' sake,
We
somebody
should
needs to call
notify her
her.
parents.
Oh,
Motleys!
no, we are not telling the Motleys because we are going to go and get her and we are not going to worry them.
I feel like maybe we should tell the Motleys because
So they
are-
can freak out?
I mean,
what are they gonna
help
do?
us.
How are they going to help us?
They've seen some shit. Have you seen
Her
them?
mom's a
Yeah.
cleric.
And her dad is crazy insane and like probably
You're
has all
telling
kinds
me
of shit
we're
up
going to
there.
take a detour to the Motleys and miss the meeting with Kyle who can get us there?
Okay, fine.
Fleur
No, but I still
makes a
think we should
point.
call them.
We can
I
text
think
them.
they should know.
You think they'd want to get that over text?
I didn't say
I
text.
think we should just I mean, you can call them if you want, but
We need to
If if
drop
it
off
was your parents, if it
Carla
was even
with
my
your
parents, they deserve.
you
to
can call
know.
them then while I'm
Yeah.
driving.
Ian still has Mrs. Motley's number, so he's gonna open his phone and pass it to Vess. Be like, you're probably better suited to tell this kind of news.
Okay.
It's Dr. Motley?
Dr.
Oh,
Motley.
sorry, Dr.
Mhm.
Motley. Mrs. Dr. Motley.
Other
Yeah.
Dr. Motley.
They both worked very hard for those honorifics. Sure. Then I call Dr. Motley.
Ian? Sweetie? Hello?
No, this is Vesper. Actually,
Oh, you all, your phones change hands so often.
we do.
How
We
are
should
you,
really
Vesper?
just get all of your numbers and all of our phones, but we'll get to that.
Oh, it's all right,
Um,
darling. Is everything okay? I'm on a 36-hour shift.
I'm so sorry to hear that, and I hope that I don't even know what to hope. The thing is, Dr. Motley, is something happened and we're going to fix it, but you and Dr. Motley deserve to know, which is that Rosalie is in the Feywild.
I'm sorry. And are you in the Feywild?
No, we are very quickly trying to get there.
So okay. Is she in the Feywild on purpose?
No, the Queen of the Winter Court sent her there.
Vesper? Honey,
Yes.
you have 32 hours to fix this. Or when I get off my ship, I'm going to show up and go absolutely ape shit. Okay?
That seems perfectly fair. We are going to do that. But I also figured you would.
Yes.
that you should-
Thank you for calling me again. If you don't have this
If you
fixed,
want to help us, go apeshit and help
Honey?
before that.
I have to pay bills. We are 3 weeks behind on the electric bill.
Oh,
So I am going to finish up my shift, and if she is not back, I am going to go into the Feywild myself and murder everyone there with my bare hands. Do you understand?
I love her.
I
think
do
we can do
understand.
that, Dr.
We will
Motley.
keep you posted.
All right, thank you, sweetheart. In the goddess's name, stay blessed.
She hates our guts right now.
Goodbye.
With peace and love. In the
How'd that go? How'd that go, Vess?
About as
go.
expected. I still
Okay.
think it was the right thing to do. Fleur.
No, you're right. I'm just freaking out.
Ian holds his phone by the antenna part since this is the 2000s.
Who are you talking to?
And slowly puts it in his pocket. An important friend of Rosalie's.
Okay. Do you have Little Dryad musical on CD for car?
I do. I have a.
Okay. Can we listen to that, please?
Okay. Yeah. Fleur's like,
Just do it.
The
yeah, no,
algae is
definitely.
always greener, and somebody else's river.
All right, let's go.
Really is a mini me.
I know
Let's,
I'm in a different plane right now, but can I do a medicine check to see how long Cammy has before I don't know, like hypothermia or anything?
Yeah,
Medicine.
absolutely.
27.
From what you can tell, she will not get hypothermic. The nature of this particular situation seems to be to make both of you as miserable as possible, to prevent you from getting warm or being warm, but not to kill you, to keep you in like a perpetual state of misery and cold.
How cash money of them?
Gotta love the Queen of Darkness.
All
Alright, that was all.
So you are all headed to the Pharaoh Residence?
If Essie would like to drop off.
Yeah, we've got to. We're not taking
can't
her.
Take a 4-year-old
Yeah.
into the Feywild.
Or on campus, to be honest.
Or on campus, yeah. Wait until I get an apartment. Next
You
year.
arrive at the Pharaoh's house, knock on the door, you kind of take Carla out of the car seat, remove the car seat, grab the diaper bag, bring it to the front door. Which one of you rings the doorbell?
Fleur doesn't ring the doorbell. She literally opens the door with the key. She just barges in.
Hello?
Mom!
Mrs. Pharaoh?
Oh, hi, sweethearts. Your mom walks out. She's got, like, scalloping shears in one hand.
She's been scrapbooking.
And a scrapbook in the other. Oh, hi!
Mom. First of all, hi. And she gives her a hug. We have an emergency.
Hi, sweet. Is that did you bring a toddler into my house?
Yeah,
Can you
watch it?
babysit the toddler?
What's your name, sweetheart? My name, Carla. You look like Flower.
That's Flower's mom. Also my mom.
It's my mom.
Mrs. Flower. Hi, I'm Carla. Oh, hello, sweetheart. You are just the cutest little thing. Can I hold her?
Of course, of course.
Hi,
this is
baby.
Carla.
Hi,
She's
Carla.
It's her birthday today. She's 4 years old.
Happy birthday.
Her favorite toy is Mr. Snuggles. This is him. She loves mint chocolate chip ice cream with rainbow sprinkles. And don't let her talk to any fae because they are not good for her. And her bedtime's at 8 o'clock every night. And she naps for 2 hours from 12 to 2.
Fleur is rubbing Essie's back.
Okay. Well, that's
going through it.
That's honey, I raised 2 of them. I can definitely deal with this. It's your birthday, sweetheart. Have you had a birthday cake? What's birthday cake?
Oh my god, this poor child. Ian's gonna kiss his mom on the cheek and say, maybe that walnut cream pie. She might like it.
Don't
I'm going to
propose
make
that,
her
Ian.
maybe some kind of like confetti cake.
Confetti cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that makes more sense.
So, Essie? She kind of like, she hands Carla to you for a second, Fleur, and leans over to Essie and goes, Essie, I'm assuming based off the birthday cake comment, maybe things aren't too great at home?
Well, right now it's pretty destroyed.
Okay, well, I'm happy to watch her for as long as you need. I am going to tell Jack that we've got a kid here so that he's not surprised. And how about you send me a text with her parents' names and how you feel about her going to stay with them. And if you don't feel comfortable, Jack and I will, we're approved to foster Ian, so we can work something out for her too, okay?
Her mom, I think will be okay, but you should not talk to my dad.
Okay, well, you text me her mother's information and I'll get everything worked out.
Okay. Oh, and I almost forgot, and Essie's gonna grab the present. Give it to her.
Present! Book! Mrs. Flower, can you read me book? Yes, sweetheart, I can read you book. How about you all? Looks like you have someplace to be.
Yes.
Give me a call when you have time to update me, and me and Carla are going to make a birthday cake. I don't know what that is, but I'm very excited.
It's very fun, Carla. You'll love it.
Okay, bye, Abby.
You'll
I
need a bath
love you.
tonight, and her Mr. Doubles bath foam is in the.
Okay, absolutely. We can deal with that. I think we still have some of Ian and Fleur's toys upstairs, so I will dig those out of storage as well. Huh? Oh,
Things.
of course, honey. Of course.
I love you, Mom.
Oh, I love you
Thank
too.
you.
All of you take care of yourselves. Where's Rosalie?
Yeah, that's what
That's
we're
what we're
trying to
doing.
figure out.
Oh, okay. Well, then you head out. I remember what it's like with quests and everything. You go, and I'll see you when you get back. Okay?
Thank you, Mrs. Pharaoh.
Okay. Bye, sweetheart. Bye, Abby. Bye, Flower. Bye, Ian.
Bye, Carla.
Bye,
Bye,
Vespi.
Happy
Hi,
birthday,
Carla.
Carla.
I love you.
I love you too.
You all get in your car and speed to campus. You park in the library guest parking lot. And as you arrive, you can see Kyle leaning up against the back of the library, smoking a cigarette.
This is the guy
Fleur.
you call an emergency.
Hi, Kyle.
Ian, what is your problem?
Listen, if he helps, he helps. I want
Exactly.
Rosie
Thank
back.
you. He just doesn't like it because I'm flirting with Kyle.
Which
I like
honestly,
him.
I kind of get it. He's
Thank you.
You all
Thank you.
approach, and Kyle grins at you. Oh, look who finally decided to show up. Hey, babe, how you doing?
I am good. How? Well, I'm not good.
Yeah,
I'm better
you,
now seeing you.
you look a little stressed out. Well, I'm the cure for everything, after all. I heard you might need some help with plane shifting.
Yeah, our friend is missing, dude. Can you just
Also-
get us to Feywilds?
we
Okay.
met our call time.
I know, I just got here early. Fleur sounded worried, so I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
You were.
Rosalie got taken to the Feywilds by the Queen of the Winter Court.
Well, then you are very lucky that your good friend Kyle isn't afraid to steal from the dean. And he pulls out a scroll case, holds it up, and goes, seems like your friend Vesper is a wizard, right?
Vesper is a wizard.
I hold out my hand, but it's like just gingerly.
That's the dean
Like,
trusts
I
you. Do you
can-
want to
I-
touch that?
I would rather lose her trust than lose Rosalie. So yeah, and I unroll it.
All
Kyle,
right.
I could kiss you right now.
I would kiss you right now.
I absolutely will not kiss you right now. For the record.
Well, I mean, 2 out of 3 is still pretty good. I'll be waiting for that repayment.
You still have to take me out on a date.
Oh, I know, but I did steal from the dean of the university.
Yeah, that is a very big deal.
Yeah.
So maybe I could plan
That
something.
as far as
So-
shows of affection go.
It's kind of a really big deal, actually.
Yeah, well, acts of service is kind of my thing. So, what you're going to want to do, Vesper, I'm sure you're familiar with the concept. Read that. Should be able to cast it. It's probably a little bit high level. I can't read it. It's nonsense to me, but it is labeled plane shift, so I assume that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Kyle. I really appreciate it.
Seriously.
Yeah, no problem.
It means
And
the world.
I'll see you when you get back.
Yeah.
Kyle,
So,
before you go, and Essie's gonna pull out the Pact boon that she found.
did you steal someone's pack food? That's fucked up. That's like tied to your soul. Oh shit! I thought I was a rebel. That's
I love him.
that would get me killed. That's pretty funny, actually.
Oh, if
What?
your Pact boon was stolen, it would get you
Oh,
killed?
I mean, yeah, but that's just part of my deal. Everyone steals different, and I got like a demon lord or something, so he's kind of an
Do
asshole.
you know how to figure out someone's deal from this?
Oh yeah, you gotta find the contract. Oh, from that? I mean, he like holds out his hands. Can I hold that?
You can trust him, Essie.
Okay.
He like closes his eyes for a minute, opens them, and goes, "Yeah, this is some Fae bullshit. It's not really my field. If you gave me a couple days, I could figure it out for you as a favor to Fleur. That's what you need."
Please. Please.
Yeah.
I will personally convince Fleur. I will use suggestion on her to get her to go out with you. If
Oh,
you, will
you don't
figure
need to
this out.
convince me of
agreed.
anything.
Oh,
Essie.
okay.
That
Okay.
was put at the
Do not
top
worry.
of my angry list.
All right, Mama. Listen,
Mama.
I can do pretty good on my own, but I appreciate it.
I know you don't need it, but I would give you party information.
All right, yeah, no, I totally appreciate it. I totally get what you're putting down, but it's gonna be okay. So I'll work on this. you keep Fleur alive, and he like looks you up and down, and he's like, just for the record, like, absolutely would hit that if I was not interested in your friend.
I want to say Essie is full on bawling and like ugly crying right now.
I mean, crying still, like, it's
Does this work for you, dude? For real, for real?
I mean, you could ask your sister. And he like gives you a little finger guns, turns around and goes, I hope you found your friend. Let me know if you have any issues.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kyle.
And then probably when we get back, I expect eventually she'll notice. So maybe you can tell me how to put it back when I'm finished.
Don't worry, I'll take the fall for it if she does.
I couldn't.
They're consumed upon use, buddy. We could put like a blank sheet of paper in there instead.
Oh
I
my
once
god.
watched a video online about how to patina paper to make it look older. So maybe we could dip it in some
It's
coffee.
fine.
Forgery is a
Ian.
kind of art.
Mhm.
All right. You all good luck finding your friend. I'll
Thank you.
see you later. And Fleur,
Yeah.
those jeans look nice on you.
Thanks. You look good too.
I know.
Or I know this isn't like top of mind right now, but I think you guys would make a really cute couple.
Essie, Fleur starts rubbing Essie's back again.
He flicks his cigarette butt on the ground, stamps it out, and turns around and walks away.
Essie, we are not friends anymore. I just need you to know.
Ian, Macbeth and Aspen are literally cuddling right now.
So
Fleur looks at Vesper and says, how long do you think it'll take you to learn this?
Vesper, how this works is that this is a spell scroll. A spell scroll does
Yeah,
not
what
teach
level?
you a spell. It is a 7th
yeah.
level conjuration. It will take a DC 17 to cast this spell using your spellcasting modifier.
Mm-hmm.
In order for all of you to use it, you will have to hold hands.
Okay.
Vesper the best he can do is specify a target destination in general terms.
Mm-hmm.
You will appear in or near that destination.
Is it there and back or just there?
Just there.
Just there.
That's what I thought.
The scroll is consumed upon use.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will have to find your own way out.
Okay. Okay, so we say we're going to the Winter Court.
Can we just say like Essie's dad's place, but in the Fae?
That's
that's
no
too
guarantee
specific.
that that's for the Winter Court. If we say the Winter Court,
Okay.
it'll get us close.
Sure,
Right,
but yeah.
Vess?
So you all hold hands?
Hell yeah.
Vesper,
Yeah.
can I have a spellcasting check?
Yeah.
Would Bardic Inspiration help for this?
Yeah, you can use it on any
Would
check.
you be able to give some?
Yes. Essie will. Oh, she can do an inspiring leader speech, actually. That might be able to double.
Ooh.
So, Essie, in her inspiring leader speech, will hold everybody's hands and just be like, guys, if we die, you are way better than any play I'd ever seen.
Oh my god.
All right, Vesper, go ahead and roll.
Yeah. I was just checking the language. Let me know if it rolled.
Essie, you gave them what?
Bardic Inspiration, and I'm wondering if that can also double
Oh.
as Inspiring Leader. So 6 allies, including myself,
20
gain 8 temporary hit points.
22.
So with a 22, you close your eyes, you read, you repeat the words on the spell scroll. The spell scroll disintegrates in a cold winter wind that whips up around all of you as a brilliant flash of light consumes your vision. We will be back next week on the
Oh my
Tabletop
God.
Tavern. Hopefully, the party is able to find Rosalie and Cammy and Rosalie are able to find their way out of the dungeon. Thank you so much for joining us. We love seeing you, and thank you for your support. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Next time on Tabletop Tavern.
Would you dare question your queen?
Of course, no. Her body is tied with these like strange red strings that flutter in the breeze of the cavern.
Leone takes her other hand and places it on the side of Cammy's face.
I kind of miss making music. Want to make music together?
Yeah, we can totally collaborate.
Well. The prodigal child returns.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Tabletop Tavern. Don't forget, if you would like to watch the show live with our audience on Monday nights, you should follow us on Twitch, as well as our other social medias, which you can find in the description box down below. Tabletop Tavern is also available on podcast platforms, so if you would rather listen to an episode during your commute or while you're cleaning, you can find the links to that in the description box as well. We hope you have a wonderful week, and go Griffins!